Nature uses only the longest threads to weave her patterns, so that each small piece of her fabric reveals the organization of the entire tapestry. Richard Feynman. Can't help but wonder how long it took for Feynman to write that 25-word sentence where he uses those 5 real key words that paint a nice picture for you, don't they? Doesn't he? Threads, weaves, patterns, fabric, tapestry. Indeed, we are all one, aren't we? There is no separateness, and yet the people who rule the world, they want us to fight amongst ourselves, don't they? They pit one religion against the other, one race against the other, one sex against the other, one belief against the other, always trying to get us to fight amongst ourselves. And remember, they really don't care what we know as much as what we do with what we know. There's certain areas that are more important than others, and we have to understand its significance. What else did Feynman say? Science is the belief in the ignorance of experts. Is that how it goes? Science is the belief in the ignorance of experts. Yeah, that's how it goes. And yet, he was born in 1918 and died in 1988, so right around that 70-year mark, apparently this intelligent man never figured out how to live, how to eat. That's why I've said 1,000 times, there's a lot of knowledge out there, and there's only one that really matters as far as addressing the root cause to everything, where we go upstream. And that's what we're talking about when people die prematurely. It's really sad when people leave our lives as early as they do. And when you start to think, my gosh, if we made it to be 120, if everyone made it to be 120, and if we all had children, think how many generations you would have underneath you, and think how many generations we'd have above us. Think of that wisdom that we should be experiencing, and we're not. Instead, we end up having the worst of us take advantage of the situation. So we got our work cut out for us, folks. Science is the belief in the ignorance of our experts. Our experts are not our experts. The biggest problem is most of us don't know who to turn to. And as long as we have the systems that we have, there's not much else we can do but keep pursuing our grassroots movement of becoming the best that we can be. And if we can ever reach that tipping point, things will change drastically. Remember, I've identified 10 subsequent needs because of the fall of mankind, because it changed our mentality, and now we got the wrong mentality. We have these 10 needs we didn't have before because we're missing one of our senses. So the ultimate way to deal with those 6 that are actually also problems of knowledge, or 6 of those 10 that are also problems of knowledge, the best way to deal with those is to correct the fall of mankind. Gain back our 6th sense so we'll have a different mentality. But in the meantime, what do? Is there anything we can do? You bet there is. Other people have done it, and then they're attacked. And now it's hard to get the truth out there because people's brains have been bombarded with so much bullshit. They can't handle the truth. So what do you do when you help someone who wants to learn the truth? That's easy. Problem is most people don't. Most people can't entertain an idea that goes against all those references. They got too many references. Some people, there's not much you can do. So we have to always remember that the hero's journey has its obstacles. And there's going to be some personal discomfort in telling our message. There's a lot of people who aren't going to like our message. We're going to be attacked all the time. That comes with the territory. Truth has enemies. You get out there and you start telling people the truth about how to live. Tell the truth about people that we live on an abundant planet and life is an illusion. Small group of people are tricking us and playing a game. And when anyone doesn't play that game, they start to prosper, and then they're attacked and vilified as the bad people. Most of us don't know what it's like not to play the game. We got to stop playing this game. It's insane. And perhaps the only way we can do it is to gain back our sixth sense. I'd like to think that enough of us at this point know about this piece of the puzzle. That there's someone printing our money, turning us into slaves, devaluing our money, creating depression and starvation when it's all created. And again, other countries prove that around the world. They broke away, they stopped playing the game. They've been vilified ever since then. And people can't handle the truth. What I've learned recently, when I am confronted with someone like this, I start off by saying, do you believe the official version of 9/11? And if they do, I will pretty much want to just run away from them. Knowing that I might as well talk to a rock. Seriously. If that's where their mindset is at, what can you do? Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a great battle. We can feel sorry for people, but don't ever apologize for telling the truth. I feel your pain. But what if what I'm saying is good news instead of bad news? In fact, it is good news when you think about it. Remember, folks, our belief system has been bombarded with so much bullshit, we just got to really question everything. And not rely on any of the experts. Take every official version of every story you've ever pretty much heard and just throw it out. It's probably wrong. Start from scratch. At least look at the other version. Don't criticize without looking at the other version, and most people won't look at the other version. It's a sad world, isn't it? You look around and you realize that most people you see everywhere you look are oblivious, totally oblivious to what's going on. Now, a lot of people are realizing that we've got a foreign entity printing our money in America. Now, and that's what I want to capitalize on. That's a large group of people that don't know how to live. And they need to know, they need to see the connection. So if somehow you come to my videos and they're not health related, I hope you understand that it's all health related. Everything has to do with our health. Everything. Everything. There are people who want to keep us sick, and it's by design. That's why, as Feynman said, our experts are not our experts. Doctors, they're clueless. They don't know what disease is all about. Nutritionists, they're clueless. They don't know what food is all about. You've got to take charge. Again, everywhere you look, people are oblivious. They don't know how to live, and you can look at them and you can see. It's obvious. And it makes you sad. They've got the serpents in their belly. They don't understand why they stink. They think it's normal. Hey, everyone stinks when they go to the bathroom, right? Yeah, that's a tricky word, isn't it? Normal. Comparatively normal. I'm normal. I stink. I got to take a book in to the bathroom when I go to bathroom number 2. I'm there so long. That's normal. Oh, it makes your heart heavy, doesn't it? You can't help but feel for everyone. Especially knowing that I was in the same shoes just not that long ago. That's what infuriates me. Is that I was in those shoes and I was just as oblivious as everyone else. Just like someone like Richard Feynman. A brilliant mind. And yet, still never found the most valuable knowledge in the world. Consider yourself lucky, my friends, if you found this raw vegan hero's journey. Consider yourself lucky, my friends, if you've had a chance to take a solid food vacation so you could go through this transformation, which is needed to challenge all the references we have. There are so many false beliefs in our system right now that are going to pretty much keep us where we are if we don't recognize them for what they are. The contagion myth is a huge one. People just don't understand it. There's a contagion element, and it's usually the same problem with the other diseases where that's not a factor. What's the link? Filth. It's filth. Wherever there is filth, there can be disease if it gets inside of us, or if our own filth doesn't get out of us. That's what disease is all about. It's filth. How about cholera? A waterborne disease. Filth in polluted water. How about malaria? Mosquito, a parasite, transmitting filth. It's all filth. That's why these parasites, the fleas, the mice that carry the fleas, the ticks, whatever, they're carriers of filth. We're so full of waste matter, it's just not funny. Again, you can't help it. Once you do this, once you take a solid food vacation, you can't help but look around and just see the filth inside people. And you just wish there was some way you could magically zap it out of them so that they could see what they're missing. Well, that's what a solid food vacation will do for you, my friends. Can't zap it out of you right away. And that's a good thing. At least it was for me. Because when I finally decided to go the distance, it took me 90 days, around 3 months. Most exciting 90 days of my life. I wish I could re-experience it, but I never can. Because I can't be put in that position again. I'm not about to even try to be put in that position again. Where I put a 20-pound serpent back in me. Boy, no wonder. Look around and just say, no wonder. It's amazing that we can still be as loving as we are, considering the fact that we've got waste inside of us and we don't have enough of those biophotons in us. But it sure does get you excited to think what this world would be like if we could do something about that. Get everyone's attention. Flush out the serpent, bump up those biophotons, see what you're missing. Join the hero's journey. It's the most exciting thing any one person can ever do. Are there going to be challenges in your life? You bet. Is it going to bring personal discomfort? You bet. That's why I like Herbert Shelton so much. He understood the truth about how to eat and how our world works. Hurts a lot of people. The truth hurts a lot of people. They can't accept the truth, even when the truth is actually good news. It's actually good news, not bad news. See if you guys can figure out what that means. What's he talking about? I digress so many times. What topic am I referring to? That's not bad news. Nothing wrong with that. It's good. It's a good thing. You should be happy. We can revise a few things. And if we revisited them, revised them, if we revised them, then that might tell a story we need to listen to. It does. It's an important story. It's a difficult journey getting out of Plato's cave, my friends. It's hard to get those people to look into the light. It's hard to get them to look into the truth. But we know the truth will set us free. The truth will allow you to be the best that you can be. It'll allow you to put purpose in your life. Help you do something one of the smartest men alive are around at one time never figured out. Knowledge of how to live. And yet he was a smart enough man to know he was dumb. In fact, I think that's a direct quote. I'm a smart enough man to know I'm dumb. The good old Socratic irony. If you're not familiar with that, I did a video on Einstein's circle of known. In fact, there was, if y'all want to know more about Feynman, PBS did a show on him 20, 30 years ago maybe. The greatest mind since Einstein is what they called it, Richard Feynman. Anyway, we are indeed all one, my friends. We don't feel it and sense it like we should. Mainly because we're cooking our food. God Almighty, can you imagine? Something that simple. If the planet could stop cooking their food, we wouldn't have any problems. Man, oh man. I'll be real honest with you guys right now. I just don't even want to talk. I just want to look at nature for the rest of the day and put an end to this video. I've rambled on long enough. Maybe I might go back and figure out a way to edit. And if you do, maybe you'll be in for a treat.